Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my April TBR. I'm super excited. I have so many books on this list. So I first wanted to talk about the Fallen. I'm doing a couple different readathons this month. So I'm participating in the Fallen Men readathon that's hosted by Jess and Tori from A Novel Life. I am so excited. I got caught up on the last two books this past weekend, so I'm super excited to dive back into the series. I just love these characters so much, and I'm so ready for Caution to the Wind. So I need to read. I'll share them with you because the covers are so gorge. Good Gone Bad. This is HR and Danner, or Lion if you like to call him that, and it is a like bad girl good guy romance. It's an MC romance. He's a cop and he's going like undercover in this rival motorcycle club, and she's kind of going undercover too to get some information about her ex and what's going on with the rival MC club because it's rivaling her dad's club. And they're doing some sketchy stuff, so I'm so excited to read this. And I've been annotating all of the Fallen Men books that I've been reading so far, so that's been super fun. I did it for Lessons in Corruption and Welcome to the Dark Side. And then the next book is After the Fall. This one is a continuation of King and Cress, and this one is super emotional and sad, but it's really good. And so they have, I think it's more about, if I remember correctly, that he wants to patch in and she's scared of him doing that, and they kind of have to figure out where their relationship is going. They know they're in love and stuff, but it's more like what their job is going to be and what they're going to do with the rest of their life kind of thing. And then some crazy things happen with the MCs and stuff. So I'm excited to reread this. It is my least favorite in the series because they're already together and there's not that much angst with that. It's more like action with the club, but I'm still excited to reread this. And then I have my favorite in the series, Inked and Lies. Well, one of my favorites. I love Nova and Lila so freaking much. This is a friends to lovers, age gap, forbidden-ish romance. And it's so incredible. I love this book so much. So I can't wait to reread this and annotate it and look at like the insides. It's all these pretty flowers. It's just gorgeous. I also have Dead Man Walking. And this is Priest and Bia's story, and he's basically like a psychopath serial killer. Well, not really a serial killer. I mean, he kills for the club. He's like the enforcer of the club, and so there's like a murderer on the loose killing women in the entrance town. And so she starts falling for him, and he's like kind of watching over her and stuff, and there's like knife play. It's very dark but so good. She's like sunshine to his grumpy / brooding and damaged hero. So I'm so excited to reread this. I'm dying to reread this. And then there's also Caution to the Wind. That's the new book that's coming out, and I'm so excited to read it. And then, so I wanted to share with you, I also really want to read the Confidence of Wildflowers. I'm seeing this book everywhere, and I'm really intrigued. It's I think it's maybe an age gap, single dad, small town nanny romance, but I've heard it's very emotional and sad, but really good. So I'm really excited to read this. Hopefully I'll get to it this month because I have a very ambitious TBR. And then so I have a couple of historicals. So the first one is The Duke and Lady in Red. This is a historical romance by Lorraine Heath, and I've heard it's just incredible. This is super angsty and emotional, and so our heroine, I think she like pickpockets the hero or somehow takes money from him, and she's trying to escape out to like Scotland with her family, and he's like, no, I'll give you the money if you spend 1 week with me. And so that's kind of where it goes, I've heard, and I'm so excited to read this. Let me show you the stuff back because it's so pretty. I love the red I'm so excited to read this. But I love Lorraine, so I know I'm gonna really love this one. And then I also have Scandal in Spring by Lisa Clepez. This is the fourth and final book in the Wildflower series, and I really want to finish up the series. I read Devil in Winter maybe this past month. I honestly can't remember because I read it really early in the month. But this one follows Daisy, and let me see. I know she's like an American heiress, but I think it might be Hate to Love. But I'm really excited to read this, and I really want to finish up this series. So this next book is a part of a series called the Bailey Brothers series. I saw Jen from the Book Refuge just rave about this series, and we have very similar tastes. So I bought the whole series because I was like, if Jen loves it so much. So I want to read the third book first. For some reason, it just sounds really good right now. It's a grumpy sunshine romance, small town. And it just sounds really good. And I heard it's like found family vibes, even though they're all brothers, but very good family vibes, small town vibes. I'm really excited to read this. And it's an indie romance, so I feel like it's gonna have a lot more spice than like, you know, maybe a Tessa Bailey of her series. So I'm really excited to read that. And then I also have Forbidden by Carla Sorensen on my TBR. The light is making it all weird, like, looking. So this is a single dad workplace hate to love romance, and so I started it a little while ago but then put it down because I had to read something else, but I loved it. Like, I cried in the beginning of this book because we see the hero's wife pass away, and it's super sad and emotional. But then it cuts to he's the new owner of this, I think, boxing club maybe, or like fighting club, I don't know, but, or gym, it's a gym. And he's the new owner, and she and him butt heads. So I'm really excited to read this. I really want to read some Carla Sorensen because I've just heard incredible things about her. So I'm so excited to read that. And then the next book that I'm dying to read is 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle. Jess read this, and I know Tori loves this book. I think Jess read it for her Ravished by Romance pick. I just couldn't get to it this month, which was so sad. But she loves this book, and it's an MMA fighter romance, and they're roommates. I think it's Hate to Love, so I'm really excited. This is her first book, and so I am really excited to read this. I have a soft spot for fighter romances. Even though I haven't read a lot, but I just really like them when I read them, so I'm super excited to read this. And then, of course, I had to put Sophie Lark on this list, and I have Bloody Heart, which is the 4th book in the series. I'm skipping Bloody Love or something Love with Nero Story because I've just heard it's really not great, and I'm such on, like, I don't want to get slumpy, and this one just sounds so good, so I'm just skipping ahead. And this is a second chance romance, and, like, their first meeting is that he kidnaps her, and they, like, fall in love, and then some reason they break up, and then now they're seeing each other again, and yeah, that's all I really know. She might be like a public figure because it says in the back. How can I forget her when I have to see the damned perfect face on billboards and magazines? So maybe she's like famous. I don't know, but I'm really excited to read this one. And then I started Dragonfly and the Ember this past month, but then just stopped reading it. I was only like 30 pages in, but I really want to read this. I read Outlander this past month and just flew through it, absolutely loved it, so I'm so excited to read this. And this is the 2nd book in the Outlander series, and this is like when they're in Paris and like the 20-year jump. So I'm really excited to read this. I want to continue on with my Outlander series because I really want to read the whole series, so I'm really excited to read that. And then the next 3 books while like 2 books and some novellas, is I'm participating in the Sarah J. Maas Long, and this is hosted by Jen from the Book Refuge and a bunch of other booktubers, and so it's a year-long readathon, read-along and it's just reading all of Sarah J. Maas's backlist. So I'm really excited. I've read all of her books except for the Throne of Glass series, so I'm really excited to dive into them. I'm reading it in publication order. So the first book is The Assassin's Blade, and this is, we're going to read like the novella that goes with the other 2. And then Throne of Glass. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to read this though, listen to this on audio because I have the audio of it. So hopefully I can listen to it this month and listen to it instead of read it first, because I tried to read it like a couple months ago. I just couldn't get into it, so I think if I listen to it, it might be better for me. And then Crown of Midnight. So I'm super excited to read these. I know they're super popular and people like are diehards for this series, and I love ACOTAR and the House of Sky and Breast series, so I'm super excited to read this. And did y'all see she released the what the title is for the new Crescent City book, and I think it's gonna intertwine Throne of Glass and ACOTAR, because it says House of Thorn and Glass. So that's super exciting, but she says it's going to be released in like 2 years, and she says it's her longest book. So I'm kind of nervous for that. I don't want to wait 2 years, but I know she's on maternity leave, and I'd rather have an amazing book than a rushed one. So that's kind of my focus for this month. And this is mostly just like a guideline. It's not like hard set. I'm very much a mood reader, and so I have to go where my mood takes me, because if I don't, then I won't read as much and I'll get slumpy. And I'm super excited for this month, but I have a lot of big things happening this month also, so I don't know. I hope it won't deter me from my reading. I'm actually getting my wisdom teeth out, which I'm honestly terrified for. But the good thing is they said they're not like fully formed wisdom teeth, so it's not gonna hurt that bad, but I still get really nervous with surgery. But my mouth is like super small and my teeth grow really slow, so that makes sense why they're like smaller. But I'm kind of nervous to go under. I don't really like surgery. It makes me nervous. And then I'm also going to Boston as a fun trip for like a couple days in the middle of April, and then I have some family coming from Georgia, so my aunt and uncle and their 3 kids are coming, so that's super exciting. I haven't seen them since Thanksgiving, so I'm really excited to see them. And then May, my birthday is coming up, May 6th. I'm really excited for that, to get all the presents. I'm just kidding. And yeah, that's kind of, I feel like the year is going by so fast, but I'm enjoying this year. I really am. This year is so much better than 2021 and of course 2020. So I'll see you guys soon. Definitely down below let me know what you're excited to read this month, and I'll see you guys later.